The Grudge has something to do with curses and rage and far too many flashbacks, but it really boils down to one question. Can a tiny Japanese lady fill your soul with such abject terror that you are literally unable to function from the mere sight of her? The answer is yes. My God, yes. The Grudge begins with the actual recorded footage of Bill Pullman's suicide. I, for one, have always thought that it was in poor taste to use it in the movie. I guess I'm just more sensitive to his family's feelings. I would never want to exploit a man's death just for the sake of a movie. But you probably do need to see it so that it makes sense in the context of this video. He was also wearing a GoPro when he jumped. We then flash forward to an indeterminate amount of time where we find Yoko, who is a caretaker for an old woman named Emma. While cleaning up the house, Yoko hears a strange noise coming from the attic. So she climbs up in this tiny closet and sticks her head into the attic with only a small lighter for illumination. What could possibly go? Holy shit! Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I did not see that coming. Alright. Why would you ever stick your head up in any attic, let alone an attic that you have no idea what's up there? Let's pretend for a second that you don't believe in horrible Japanese albino rage demons. Do you believe in raccoons? Because that could have just as easily been a raccoon, and they too will rip your face off. I've lived in my house for 5 years, and I have never once been in my attic. Yes, it would be a perfect place to store my Christmas lights, but I'm not going up there because I value my life, thank you very much. We are then introduced to Karen Davis and her boyfriend, who are also living in Japan. Karen works for the same company as Yoko and is given the task of caring for Emma in her murder house.
I just want her to leave me alone.
You want who to leave you alone? It's really anyone's guess. Oh, alright, that was unpleasant. Wait a minute. Who the hell are these people? Oh God, let me check my notes. Oh crap, we're in a flashback right now. Alright. So does the little boy kill people too? I guess I don't really understand this curse. In fact, I just think they're making up the curse as they go along. Oh, and then Alex shows up and finds Karen visibly shaken and Emma dead. Oh yeah, we aren't in a flashback anymore. We're in now. I know, try to keep up. So the police, like everyone else in this movie, managed to make their way to the attic. Inside the attic, they find the bodies of Emma's son and his wife, and also the lower jaw of someone who is missing the lower half of their face. We are then magically whisked away to Emma's daughter Susan's apartment, where the Grudge goes to a lot of effort to scare her.
I don't know what you're up to.
And also, why do this anyway? It's almost like all this build-up and jump scare nonsense is only for our benefit. Like someone is pulling the strings and torturing these people for our amusement. Like this is happening and we're the ones who are watching it. Whoa. Oh, shit. Okay, I thought I was being all meta and deep right there, but I actually was just describing what a movie is. Never mind. So can the Grudge cause hallucinations, or was Kayako able to take the form of Matthew? On Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans said it requires an enormous amount of energy on the part of the ghost to manipulate even the tiniest amount of the physical realm, and that guy's a scientist. I mean, he's done a lot of research on this subject, so, yeah, I think he knows a thing or two about ghosts. Alright, Susan, let's calm down, alright? I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Oh, mother... Oh, my God. Oh, what? What? Okay, now that I've had a chance to clean myself up, I just have to ask. Where the hell did Susan go? Does Kayako have the power to remove human beings from this earthly plane? What exactly are the rules for the Grudge? Basically, if you're marked by going to a house where a violent crime happened, then Kayako can pretty much just murder you no matter where you go? What if she'd been murdered outside? What is the radius of a Grudge curse?
Hello?
Ted Raimi, nope. Turn around, go away. Nope. Nothing good can come of this, Ted.
What happened, Yoko?
I mean, he's only mildly concerned to see his missing employee shuffling through the office in the middle of the night covered in blood. Even in the daytime with an office full of people, that would be creepy as hell. So has Ted Raimi ever been in a movie where he wasn't brutally murdered? Also, is Yoko a grudge ghost now too, or has she just been walking around without half of a face for 2 days? How does the grudge decide who is going to kill whom? And actually, I don't even know if Yoko kills Alex. All they say later is that Alex and Yoko are dead. Maybe he died of a heart attack and she died from whatever complications arise from having the lower half of your face torn off. I don't know what is going on. So Karen does a search on the interwebs and finds out that Toshio and his mother Kayako were murdered in their house by Kayako's husband, Takeo. Well, they look like they were a fun bunch. Oh, and Karen also sees an article right below that about Peter's suicide. Of course, the most implausible aspect of this abundance of plot-driving material is that she was searching using Yahoo. You could search for the word Yahoo in a Yahoo search engine, and the first result will probably be the definition of the word Yahoo. And the second result would be the IMDb page of Australian comedian Yahoo Serious. So we flash back yet again to before Bill Pullman killed himself. We find out that while he was a professor, he was most likely having an affair with Kayako. So Bill Pullman just finds Toshio all by himself. Of course, this is the scene that we finally get answers to all the questions we've had this entire movie. That child is screeching at you like a cat. Can you not hear that?
Two died mysteriously, and one disappeared. They have been investigating the murders at that house. But when a person dies in extreme sorrow or rage, death becomes a part of that place, killing everything it touches.
So everyone that has entered that house in the last 3 years has come up missing or died horribly? That should never not be the top news story. So the detective says nuts to that and finally goes to burn the house down. It's a good plan right up until... Okay, Takeo being a murderous ghost makes way more sense than Kayako or her son. Not that anything really makes any sense in this movie.
I found your research, and did you go to that house? I'm coming to find you.
So Karen gets a message on her answering machine that her boyfriend saw her research about the murders and was going to go to the house to look for her. Why? Why would you... Just why? Also, why would you go in the middle of the night and on very little evidence that that's where she actually went? He doesn't even check the whole house either. He looks down the main hallway and the upstairs hallway. Do you want to get horribly murdered in the murder house? Because that's how you get horribly murdered in the murder house. So when Karen gets to the house, the grudge then shows her a flashback of Bill Pullman going through the house and finding Kayako's journal that is all about him. So Karen then finds Takeo hanging from a noose, and then she is shown another flashback inside of the flashback that she's already in about Takeo finding Kayako's journal and murdering both her and Toshio. Good God, I'm going to need a trail of breadcrumbs just to find my way back. This movie is really just kind of all over the... Oh my sweet heavenly father! Okay. So, Kayako is doing something horrifying to Karen's boyfriend, and Karen goes to run out the door and... Oh, God. Okay. Just a few more minutes left in this movie. So Karen knocks over the cans of gas that the detective brought to the house and finally manages to set the house on... Seriously, guys. Poop. Everywhere. So Karen wakes up in the hospital and is taken in to identify her boyfriend's body. Pretty straightforward procedure. Nothing much to report.